Good afternoon, everybody. I'm coming back with another TTM video for you guys today. Unfortunately, you guys can see I've only gotten one return. Things have started to slow down, but in all fairness, I haven't sent anything out in probably a week plus just because I've been super busy, as always, and was out of town. So, however, if you guys stay after the TTM, I do have 3 private signings. Huge names. And to be honest, quite pricey private signings. But you guys know I'm trying to hammer out that 1990 Donruss set. And when you're doing a set, there are going to be ones that are going to cost you. So I will get to those after I do the TTM. Hope you guys enjoy the video. And a brief reminder, we are closing in on the deadline for the Beckett Group submission. It is the 26th. If you haven't sent it to me already, it's pretty close. Priority mail might make it to me. You could always overnight it and pay that extra price. But we are closing in on a deadline. And as of right now, I do have packages still coming to me, but we are over 400 items submitted already with more to come. So depending on how much I get, we might get close to 500. That's just crazy. Blew past my biggest submission with this one, and it just keeps going and going. So we have a huge submission. It's going to take some time, guys, so just understand that. But hopefully we get it sooner than later, and I'm glad to see a lot of you taking advantage of the sale. So let's get into this video with the one and only TTM we got back. It's a 3 of 4 success in 618 days coming out of Atlanta Metro. This will hopefully be a lot of good news for a lot of you guys out there, because I'm sure you guys have written to this person as well. We were able to get back Mr. Glenn Hubbard. So again, 618 days, get back Mr. Hubbard. So those of you that have written to him, hopefully that means yours are on the way as well. So we got him on the 1989 Donruss with my Oakland A's there. We got him on the 89 Fleer with my Oakland A's. I actually had sent off to him for a private signing too, so that one should be coming back. So I hadn't heard from him with this request, so he did a private signing, and I had an item or two. I can't remember if it was 1 or 2 items to send to him to sign, and so I'm waiting to get those back. So we got the 89 Fleer, and then we have the 89 89 Tops, with a shout out to Andy at Flying Dutchman Cards, again with my Oakland A's. So glad to get Mr. Hubbard back. Was hoping to get it back because I had sent out those A's cards, and so I'm glad it did come back. There's one card from Mr. Hubbard I really want to get signed. It's that one where he has the snake around his neck. But I have to get that card first. Once I get the card, I will send it off to him to get signed. So on to the private signings, guys.
Oh yeah!
I saw Mike Schmidt get this one back, and I let him know that I joined in on a private signing with this person, and that is Mr. Ken Griffey Sr. I do already have a 1990 Donruss of him, but it was a really short autograph, almost just initials KG, and I wanted something a little bit better. So we got the full signature from him in blue Sharpie, and when it's available, I always get the authentication, and this one was PSA at the time. So we got the PSA authentication where it says in the presence of PSA. So Mr. Ken Griffey Sr. was already off the set, but now he's off the set authenticated. So that was a nice one. That one I want to say was... trying to remember the cost. I think it was $49 plus authentication. That's what comes to mind. I think it was $49 plus the authentication fee. The next one, my personal favorite, of course, the second one for my collection. The other one was also the 1990 Donruss, but it was his All-Star card. And that is Mr. Mark McGwire. So we got the All-Star card autographed and authenticated already. That was a purchase off of eBay, and I had the base card to go. Sent this in to get autographed, and we did. Unfortunately, the mail banged this thing up, even though I had it in a case. But Still going to take it, of course. Signature is fantastic. And we also got the authentication, which at this private signing was JSA. So it's stickered there. This will go in and get authenticated and slabbed up by Beckett, of course. I want to say this one was 90 plus the authentication fee. I think this private signing was 90 plus the authentication fee. I'm just bummed that the card got jacked up a little bit, but what can you do? Still counts. Still is one less off the set and one closer to finishing it. So glad to get that one. This next one, guys, I knew was going to be one of the tough ones of the set. He can be somewhat, I'll just leave it at difficult to get signed, unless you're doing a private signing, of course. I had a horrible experience trying to get him TTM, where he tore my card and sent it back and said, try to sell this. And so I knew I was going to have to go the private signing route, which I did. And that is Mr. George Brett for the 1990 Donruss. As you can see, the big old huge COA sticking out. JSA was the authenticator at this private signing. And just so you guys know, George Brett at this private signing, he was, I believe he was $200. Expensive auto. But again, needed it for the set. So with these two private signings coming in, Griffey's just a swap out. That gets me to 45 cards left, guys. I got 45 cards left for the set, minus any that I already have that may come back not good. But 45 cards left. Some hard ones I have are, of course, the Tony Gwynns and the Kirby Pucketts. I also have a couple of deceased players that are going to be a little difficult. One is Dan Quisenberry. The other is Claudell Washington. I also have a couple people that don't really like to sign, like Doyle Alexander. Chet Lemon, I was surprised to find out is so difficult, and some others. So as we get closer and closer, it's going to get harder and harder, but we're getting there, guys. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys enjoyed the private signings that I got. I have more to come. I have quite a few Hall of Famers that are due to come back here soon, so hopefully I can show those off. And anyways, guys, as always, hope you guys have a blessed evening. Until our next video, see ya.